looked on my social media feeds this morning, and yeah, it's all kicking off in India now. I couldn't believe some of the scenes out there. Take a look at it again, you know. There's something globally going wrong when farmers are protesting worldwide, and this is the second time the Indian farmers are out. They're heading into Delhi. The army are involved. It's just bonkers. The army are dropping. I've seen drones. Just have a look at this. Everybody has the right to protest peacefully. Why are they dropping tear gas into the middle of these farmers with drones? This is getting really scary. We should all stand together with the farmers across the world, because this is definitely not right. So why would the army be dropping, you know, these gas canisters, tear gas, into crowds of peaceful protesters, farmers? Yeah, again, it looks like a global agenda. It looks like, you know, they're putting pressure on farmers, you know, to produce less food. Suicide rates in India are massive. You know, financial consequences for these farmers are their livelihoods to be taken away. I don't know really what to say. You know, we're seeing it across the world, and we have to ask the question on all our governments, or do we move them away by voting them out? I don't know. You know, who do we find to take their place? Is there the solution to these answers, or do we just, as the general public and people and farmers, just pull together and say enough is enough? Dig on, you dig on.
Farmers across Punjab and India are once again marching on Delhi. Their demands are the same: justice and equity. Farmers who feed the world should not be struggling to fill their own stomach or be suffering from debt and suicide. They are marching on Delhi to
wet one this morning. Some sheep in. Just check how big their bags are, how far they're away from lambing. Just pick on the bigger of the bags just to go home. It's a crap morning. Just sit it down again. Yeah. Samani. 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 Andiamo. Does everybody else in the general public see the plight of the farmers, the fishermen, anybody that's in the countryside really? You know, that's anything to do with food production. This Indian protest is another demonstration that something doesn't quite fit right within the global agenda, the global economy. And you know, if we aren't really careful, and I've said this for quite a long time, we could definitely be sleepwalking into food shortages. We need to be asking the questions in government, why are you pulling away the power? And this is to all governments, you know, the Netherlands, Germany, UK, Wales, Scotland, Ireland, England, France. You know, we're seeing it in Spain now, massive droughts in Catalan. Farmers out protesting there. It's just really scary times. Everything's a challenge, but I believe if we take away our God-given right as human beings to produce food, you know, the farmer, I think it's about 1.08% of the UK population, is feeding the majority of that population. course we've got imports as well, but our food security must be the top thing that we should be looking at. Because, you know, we can live without electric, we can live without gas, but we can't live without food and water. And these two things are so important. And going forward, this food needs to be affordable for the masses as well. So we have to look at how we do this. I think regenerative farming has got a big part to play in this. I think wasting less of our food. 1/3 of the food we produce in this country is wasted. Supermarkets need to give us a fair price. That's a massive aspect, because farmers are on the absolute backside. They're not getting enough money to reinvest. And reinvesting, you know, people will say, oh, look at that tractor, brand new tractor, 150,000. If he's not buying that new tractor and them implements and them machines, he cannot produce that food affordably for you. And every pound that the government gives us in Wales, subsidises us in Wales, £9 is turned off that £1. And if that isn't the best investment that any banker or any government or any taxpayer could be doing, because not only is that £9 circulating, you're being fed affordably as well. These are really points that we need to get across to our AMs, to our MPs, to our presidents, to our world leaders, to everybody. No farmer, no food, no future. You know, we have to watch after our growing population, and we have to feed them affordably, sustainably, seasonally, and definitely in an environmentally friendly way. A lot of boxes to tick, but we need to be doing it together. So we need your support. We need the general public getting behind us. You know, buying seasonal, buying from the farmer, buying local, asking your supermarket, why aren't these farmers having a fair price? And telling your governments worldwide, support your farmers, back your farmers. Do not bite the hand that feeds you, because you're going to need that farmer's hand 3 times, twice, or once every single day of your life while you spend on the earth. Unless you want to go and buy some gloop from a multinational corporation who's going to be producing it in a factory. That's most probably going to make you obese, give you diabetes, and make you very ill. Your decision. You're the consumer, you're the customers. We need you, you need us. We need to fight this fight together going forward. You'll only get 2 really good types of food. It'll either come from the turf, from the land, or from the sea. Surf and turf. That's what we should be protecting, and making sure there's a future for our children, eating healthy, nutritious food going forward. And that is whatever your diet. Have a good day. Hopefully this message will be shared and people will understand what we're trying to achieve. It's not easy. No farmers, no food. But as well, governments, supermarkets, a lot of people in the equation need to start to wake up and smell the coffee before we run out of food, or food gets scarce and people go hungry. And that's the last thing any farmer on God's earth wants to do. Thank you. Diolch yn fawr.
Dairy, and it started, so I want to raise a glass to every single dairy farmer that makes sure there's milk in our fridges, so we can put it on our cornflakes, put it in our tea, and the cheeses, the yogurts, the creams, everything you supply. You boys work 7 days a week to make sure that we've got the most fabulous, wholesome, whole food milk for our children and our families. Iechyd da, that means good health in Welsh, and diolch yn fawr iawn. Thank you very much.